However, we do begin our episode with some bad WNBA news. Caitlin Clark said today that she will miss this weekend's WNBA All-Star Game in Indiana as well as the three-point competition because she aggravated a groin injury in the last minute of Tuesday's victory over the Connecticut Sun. Due to the groin injury earlier this month, Clark had missed 4 games as well as the Commissioner's Cup final.
This year, for the second time ever, the WNBA All-Star Game was supposed to feature an actual star. Normally, this celebration of pretend basketball features players that no one's ever heard of.
Everything changed all of a sudden when Caitlin Clark had to withdraw from the All-Star Game due to a groin ailment. The anticipation vanished, ticket prices plummeted, and viewership declined. She was the focal point of the entire weekend, and now the biggest star in the league is confined to the sidelines. It's not simply lousy timing, though. It's a sign of something far more serious. The WNBA has not been able to safeguard its most important player. Adam Silver is now not happy as he watches from the sidelines. What occurs, then, if the star who is essential to your league is unavailable? Let's dissect everything. This groin injury is more than a slight weakness. For weeks, Caitlin has been coping with it. She missed the Commissioner Cup final in addition to 4 games earlier this month. She's now missing the season's most anticipated weekend, which is taking place in her team's home state of Indiana. How many fans purchased tickets solely to see her, do you know? How many young children wanted to see their favorite player light up at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, do you know? She is now on the sidelines. She is not because she wants to be, but rather because her body has told her, "I've had enough." To be honest, who is to blame for her? Throughout the season, she has been playing under physical abuse. Just severe fouls and no whistles. No protection, no relaxation. It's unbelievable that the league allowed a rookie to carry this much weight. Thus, while it is frustrating, it's revealing more than that. What does the WNBA's inability to defend Caitlin Clark say about the way they handle their stars? Do you know what surprised everyone? Adam Silver is genuinely adding his voice. Rarely does the NBA commissioner discuss WNBA drama. However, it wasn't simply PR jargon when he stated that he wanted Caitlin Clark to be treated fairly and appropriately. A shot across the bow, that is. It's a message. Silver notices what's going on. He witnesses the harsh treatment, the missed calls, and the league's complacency. He is also aware that this is unsustainable. Clark is more than just a player. She is the force behind the WNBA's greatest expansion in years. Thus, it's a serious issue when she falls and the league hardly bats an eye. Silver has been providing financial, media, and NBA support to the WNBA. However, if they continue to make mistakes, he will stop issuing checks. Consider this. Why would the NBA continue to fund a league that won't safeguard the one player who makes it lucrative? That is the true meaning of Silver's remark. Quickly fix this or we'll walk. What's crazy, do you? Caitlin Clark's name is difficult for WNBA Commissioner Kathy Angelbert to even pronounce. When reporters inquire about Clark, Gilbert invariably switches the subject to someone else, most frequently Angel Reese. Look, I'm all for acknowledging several athletes, but respond to inquiries regarding Caitlin Clark. It's that easy. It was strange, according to seasoned journalist Christine Brennan. For example, why are we here? Your commissioner refuses to give her the credit she deserves, despite the fact that you have the biggest draw in women's basketball since Diana Taurasi's debut season. After a dead ball, Marina Maberry then shoved Clark to the ground. What was said by Kathy? Nothing. Not even a basic. That is unacceptable. You don't lead like that. That isn't the way a league grows. What message does it convey if the person in charge of the show is unable to support the player who is attracting viewers, and revenue? Fans observe. Sponsors notice it, and now Adam Silver does as well. This season has been terrible, so let's talk officiating. I'm not being theatrical, either. The referees are totally out of control now. Whistles remain silent while Caitlin Clark is shoved, hacked, held, grabbed, and everything else. Fans aren't the only ones who notice. One of the most reputable voices in the league, Rebecca Lobo, openly criticized it on live television. It's a foul. It's a foul. She declared during a Fever broadcast that it was a foul. And what do you know? She was correct. Out there, Caitlin is being pummeled. Nothing, no stability, no protection. Coach Stephanie White is also tired of it. Following, everyone is getting better except for the officials, she stated after one game. Let's switch gears for a sec. The players are vying for control as the collective bargaining agreement approaches its 2025 expiration date. They desire more resources, advantages, and influence. Hey, I understand. Here's the issue, though. The funds are absent. The league continues to lose tens of millions of dollars annually. They are barely surviving thanks to NBA subsidies, despite Clark's boost. Like the NBA, the players now demand 50% of the profits. However, the NBA players are the ones who bring in that money. Except for Caitlin, WNBA players aren't making a difference. The unpleasant reality is that the majority of players would be receiving pennies or paying the league if they received half of the real income. And if things stay this heated, don't be shocked if next season's delayed or worse, canceled. Have you ever invited someone to a party and they failed to show up? That's how this year's WNBA All-Star Game felt. The entire city of Indianapolis focused on Caitlin Clark with banners, billboards, promotions, and more. Then nothing. She was unable to play. It deflated the entire event. Let's face it. The fans were already furious. The excitement simply wasn't there, ticket prices dropped, and seats became vacant. She was on the sidelines. Yes, fans didn't pay to watch her sit, but she was assisting the coach. They desired fireworks. There was a flicker. The WNBA attempted to portray itself as the main attraction, but it is obviously not. Not quite yet. You can't devote a whole weekend to a single player, neglect to keep her safe throughout the year, and then act normally when she's not around.
Fans are more astute than that.
What do you love? When supporters are strong enough to resist, as WNBA supporters are currently doing. There are more than a few individuals sharing content on social media. We're talking about YouTube videos, podcasts, petitions, and threads with thousands of comments. There is this annoyance everywhere. Furthermore, it's not originating from hatred. This is passion, not passion. These are those who sincerely care about the success of women's basketball. They care, which is why they are speaking up. They're looking for a better product. They want Caitlin Clark to be treated fairly. When referees make mistakes, they demand responsibility. However, the league is making mistakes, disregarding clear infractions, allowing shady plays to go unpunished, and downplaying actual injuries. They seem to be inviting the fans to leave. Let's face it, even if they may be game enthusiasts, they are not stupid. They will tune out if they sense that no one is paying attention. And when that occurs, it becomes a crisis rather than merely a PR problem. Thus, yes, fans are upset. To be honest, they ought to be. This is the result of failing to accept accountability, protect your stars, and improve the officiating. The WNBA has the viewership it has always envisioned. However, that dream is going to become a nightmare if they continue to ignore them. So here we are. Adam Silver just launched a shot across the bow. Fans are getting furious, ratings are dropping, and Clark is hurt. You might not get another chance if you don't take care of this right away. When their star player is being abused on national television, the WNBA cannot continue to act as though nothing is wrong. They cannot continue to act as though supporters are exaggerating. This isn't
sound.
This alarm is for a fire. There are those who care about Caitlin Clark's health. It concerns the league's future, and that future is in grave danger given the current course of events. Thus, the question is straightforward now. Will the WNBA pay attention, or will they hold off until it's too late?